Online retailer Globe Collaborative is on a mission to create a future where all choices are sustainable for consumers and to become profitable while doing so. The company reported earnings on Thursday and reiterated its goal of profitability by 2024. Joining me now to discuss Globe's results is the CEO, Stu Landesberg. Stu, good to talk to you today. You had a quarter that was strong enough to raise your full year guidance. Give me the broad landscape that you're seeing right now in the face of some of these macro headwinds.
Thanks so much for having me. So when we reported our third quarter, we were really pleased with the performance of our business and particularly what we see as very strong consumer loyalty to our brand in the face of an environment that we acknowledge is challenging for the consumer with the current inflationary headwinds. In particular, we saw consumers buying natural and sustainable products for us, really the categories that we have clear market leadership in at higher rates, which resulted in bigger baskets, which of course drove our top and bottom line in a way that was really good for our overall business.
When you think about clean/sustainable products, in many ways, you've got a consumer that is willing to pay that cost, whatever it may be, for a specific lifestyle or for specific intention. But I wonder if you are seeing what we've heard from so many other retailers, which is a bit of a trade down that's happening in the products that consumers buy.
So we definitely see the trade down. And if you look across the industry, you're actually seeing that consumers are trading from natural to conventional for the first time in maybe a decade. But we think that trend is short-lived. And what we also believe is that brands that have particularly distinctive products and strong differentiation are able to withstand what I think is a near-term shift. And so we're lucky that we've invested heavily in R&D over the last decade and have a line of products, our concentrated cleaning products, for example. We're first to market, still the most efficacious, highest market share. And that's a 1 ounce concentrate that you use to refill 16-ounce reusable glass bottle. So that's an example of a really distinctive product. And I think those investments in R&D and in a brand that really is far apart from its competition in terms of our commitments to health and sustainability pay particular dividends when the consumer is looking at every purchase in a more disciplined way. So we feel good about those investments in R&D, the payoff in terms of distinctive innovation, and our commitment to keeping costs low for consumers.
In terms of investments, you are announcing this morning a $100 million commitment from HumanCo. Tell us a bit more about that and what you plan to use with that money raised.
So we look out at the natural products industry more broadly and see an incredible opportunity right now to double down on our long-term thesis of great products and brands that perhaps could benefit from being part of an entity like Grove. And so the partnership with HumanCo is the intention to find one or more transactions with like-minded brands that would benefit and see really great synergy from partnering with Grove. And so if we were so fortunate as to find a partnership opportunity like that, the folks at HumanCo would intend to back it with their capital. And that will give us the firepower, not just from our currency, but also from a really experienced capital partner to go out and potentially use this current moment when I think valuations are very attractive and certain companies probably would benefit from a partner to make sure that we emerge from in 2024, 2025, when the tailwinds return to natural products and we see growth companies like Grove trading closer to their historical valuations, really emerge from that a lot stronger, not just in terms of being more profitable, as we sort of demonstrated in the last quarter, not just showing our own top line growth, but really the opportunity to be a clear market leader in what we see as one of the most exciting spaces in our category.
Stu, I want to get back to what you said about how consumers are thinking about for the traditional product versus one that is natural and clean. When you look at your third quarter, 63% of your brand's net revenue came from zero plastic, reusable, refillable, zero plastic waste products. And I wonder how you can remain competitive. I mean, the thinking is always that if you want a product to be 100% clean, it's going to cost a little more. I mean, why is that? Is that still the case? And how do you try to compete with some of the more traditional brands that aren't going the route that you are?
So we understand that in order to achieve our long-term goals of being the most important company in our space and transforming home and personal care over the next few decades, we not only need to lead in sustainability, and you're right, we are the market leader in zero plastic home care right now, to where we went first, and we've seen great success there. We need to build a big tent. And that means having a clear differentiation, both around our products and zero plastic proposition, but also making sure our products are available at affordable prices. And so a lot of that, candidly, is about innovation. And when I look at our advantage relative to many in our space, it's twofold. Number one, our direct-to-consumer platform gives us the ability to test and learn and access data in a way that no CPG company ever really has. And you combine that with nearly a decade of experience focused solely on building zero plastic and more sustainable product. We feel like we have a really good edge in terms of innovation that can over-deliver not just on higher quality and lighter environmental footprint, but can find ways to innovate by, for example, reducing the water, selling laundry detergent sheets instead of the giant jugs that are primarily water today, right? That will change the format for the consumer and allow us to deliver not just the better product experience, but also a really compelling price point. And of course, for our shareholders, do so at a strong margin.
And are you starting to see that awareness expand beyond your core consumer? I mean, you've got partnerships in place with a CVS, with a Target, that certainly expands the pool, that you compete in. How much of that is demand is, coming through from the major retailers who are saying, look, we're seeing that customers are asking for this more?
So we've been really pleased with the demand from the retail channel. Conversations there are going well. We more than doubled door count year over year. And our partnership with Target, which is our first, continues to be one that's really exciting for us. I recommend that everybody hit their local Target and check out our new holiday collection on end caps there. It's terrific, Twilight Wonder. But overall, I think what we see is that awareness for Grove is continuing to grow because sustainability and plastic waste is continuing to be really important to consumers. And so I view our awareness growth not just as the result of having more end caps and more retailers. We have a really nice partnership with Drew Barrymore, where she's been quite a vocal spokesperson for us. And I think users telling users, right? Friends telling friends is a great source of awareness and overall growth for us. But I think because we're so embedded in an issue that is so important to the future, candidly, of our species, as folks continue to become aware that, gosh, we need to address the plastic crisis, that goes hand in hand with our brand continuing to grow both in awareness and in importance.
Grove Collaborative CEO Stu Landesberg, good to talk to you this morning. I appreciate the time.